Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. It is April, even though we've got snow in the forecast for the next couple of days. And we've got lots coming up in April, so let me jump right in. I wanted to share an event happening tonight if you are listening to this on Tuesday. So Tuesday, April 2nd, the UUA is holding a Trans Day of Visibility service online at 8 p.m. tonight, April 2nd. And everyone is welcome to be a part of that. It was Trans Day of Visibility on March 31st. So if you would like to join in that, I will put a link in the comments to more information about that and how to get the Zoom link. This Saturday, I am so excited for the event we're doing this Saturday. It's 4 o'clock on Saturday. It is called My Queer Faith. With a musician named Kimayo. She is going to bring songs and stories and do a performance for us that goes through her journey with faith and her queer identity. And how she finally got around to being able to reconcile those two things. So I hope you will join us for that. We'll have that performance and then a little bit of an intermission with some refreshments, a chance to say hi to Kimayo, buy her CDs and things like that. And then we're going to have a panel conversation around 5:20 that will be folks from various parts of New Hampshire and various kind of sectors. So we're hopefully going to have a state rep and someone from Bridges and some different folks who are involved in the community in different ways, talking about realizing a welcoming New Hampshire. So what we mean by that is talking about how New Hampshire is already doing some things to be welcoming to the LGBTQ community and how we could be doing better and what we need to do better. So I think that's going to be a really wonderful event. Again, 4 o'clock on this Saturday, April 6th. There is childcare available during the event. The event is really appropriate for kind of older teens and adults, but we've got childcare for anyone else. And we are still looking for some help making the event happen. So if you're up for volunteering, I will put a link in the comments to where you can sign up to volunteer. Then on Sunday, this Sunday, our pastoral care associates are leading the service as our first Sunday on interdependence, which is our theme for April. And they're going to be talking about the ways in which we need one another, how our society is kind of set up for independence, but actually our faith says that we are interdependent. So we'll have that service. We will also have Children's Chapel for our kiddos happening during the service, and our OWL class for our older elementary, middle school kids. And after the service, Erin and Jim Woolsey, one of our pastoral care associates, will be hosting a coffee conversation at 11:30 to go a little deeper into what we talk about in the service. And I'm going to be holding a Zoom church conversation for the folks who are typically our Zoom attendees from 11:30, and it'll be, I don't think it'll take too long. So I'm going to say 11:30 to 12. We're going to talk about what Zoom church might be like while we're out of the building. And I particularly would love to gather info about what feels important to our Zoom church attendees. So that's going to be on the same Zoom link as worship at 11:30 on Sunday. Next week, Wednesday, April 10th, the Nashua Area Interfaith Council is holding a poetry event called Sacred Poetry Multi-Faith Perspectives. And that is going to be a variety of folks from a variety of different faith traditions, bringing poetry that is inspired by their faith tradition and sharing it. And then we're going to have a panel conversation about poetry and faith and how poetry informs our faith. And our own Roy Goodman is going to be one of the folks sharing poetry inspired by Unitarian Universalism, of course. It's 7 o'clock at the Nashua Public Library, April 10th. I would love to see you there. On April 13th, we're having our next round of circle dinners, which have been great so far. We've done 2 rounds of them, and they're an opportunity for small group dinners in someone's home or at the church that are usually 6 to 8 people, and each person brings a different part of the meal. So no one has to cook for everyone. And we are doing a kids' movie night at the church at the same time. So if you're a parent, you can drop off your kiddos and then go attend a circle dinner. So would love to have you be a part of those. This is our last set of circle dinners for this church year, and I will kind of like put people into groups, so you'll find out next week what group you're in. But we're asking you to sign up by Sunday. That's by April 7th, by Sunday, for that, so that we can pair people up or put people into groups. So again, circle dinners, April 13th, 6 to 8 p.m. with kids movie night, 5:30 to 8:30. I'll put the link in the comments to where you can sign up for those. And April 14th, one of our members, Paige Boscheman, who's a member and also a state rep, is putting together an event called New Hampshire Politics 101. And it's a chance to learn about how politics work in New Hampshire and how you can be involved. It's going to be at 2 o'clock in the chapel, or it might be in the chapel. We might move it to the dining room. We'll see. There'll be a panel of folks who are involved in various parts of the state legislature, and you can learn all about how the New Hampshire legislature works, what it's like to run for office, and what are the various ways that you can be involved in the New Hampshire political process. So that's April 14th at 2 o'clock. And we do have childcare for that as well. And we are still looking for some help with the warming station. I'll put a couple of links in the comments about that. We would love your help with some cleaning and also with some supplies. So I'll put both of those in the comments. And we just have one more month, less than a month now to go of the warming station. And we're so grateful for your help in keeping it going. That's what I've got for this week. If you have anything you would like me to announce in the future, you can always get it to me by Tuesday morning, and I'll make sure it gets in. And in the meantime, I hope y'all have a good week. Good luck with whatever the weather brings to us, and I look forward to seeing you this weekend.